Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Tarot January 2020 Monthly Horoscope, and this is for you coming from Gemini. First, I'm going to show you my email address. Here you are. And send me an email if you would like to know more about a 90-minute session, personal reading, which will cost you USD $50 to get a lot of information of how to make your next 8 or 9 years superbly well for you and bring it under your control. Now, the first card that I pulled will have to do with your job for the first 15 days of January. So let's see what the card says for you. All right, this is a good enough card for you that says you are sheltered. So nothing very bad is going to happen. But from this card, I would say, why the shelter? So don't take risks of any kind where your job is concerned. Don't say things unnecessarily, do things unnecessarily. Play within the confines of your rules and regulations at your job, and you will see that it will go very well. In fact, there's progress which is also possible from this card. Only don't take risks, don't show your temper, and don't be aggressive. Now we're going to talk about business for your first 15 days of January. And let's see what the card says for you. This is a very good card. It says your past efforts are going to be rewarded. Well, isn't that wonderful? And so in the first 15 days of January, you're going to be able to excel. And I would also translate this card as saying that if you want to make a change and find a new job, go ahead and give it your best shot because you're going to get some kind of interest shown for you as well. So, a very exciting first 15 days where job is concerned. The energies are all there. So, go ahead and do it. You see this red circle around here. That's a circle of Mars, the planet Mars. So, I might have to say, work together in the confines of your business area. Don't break business rules. Don't be too adventurous, and you'll still do very well. Now, what about romance for the first 15 days of January? We'll tackle about the situation. If you do find a new romance, or can you find a new romance in the first 15 days? And let's see what the card says. Well, this is a card that I've pulled exactly the same card. So I'm going to say that you have met somebody already in your recent past, and that person wants to get very, very close. So it's the same story with this card. You're going to be rewarded with the knowledge or with the meeting or with the effort you have made to know somebody from the recent past. So you're online to meeting somebody, and I like this card. It's a long-term card, so it's good. Now, what about romance, which you have already got one now, an ongoing romance? How is that going to work out for you? Let's shuffle these cards a bit. Well, it's a good card. Now, the fire planets, the red planet on one side and the yellow planet here on one side. Control your temper. Don't show arrogance. That's all you need not to do. And you will see that the first 15 days of your ongoing romance will improve superbly. Remember, no arrogance and no aggressiveness. That's all you need not to do. Now, what about marriage? What about marriage? Let's see. All right. This is a good card, but you see the sign of the planet Mars there. And for you in Gemini, that means your tongue is too sharp and you could be very sarcastic. Don't scold. Take the soft approach. Use words which are so soothing and healing. That's what you must do with this card. And if you can do that, you will have everything to do in your marriage wonderfully nicely. So remember my words, and it's so easy to get your marriage back to a beautiful level. Just remember these words. Now I'm going to go to the last 16 days of January, and I will shuffle these cards to talk to you about your job areas. So let's see what the card's going to say for you, where your job is concerned And it is a very good card. It's a card of partnership. So you're going to make some wonderful partnerships in your job area where groupings or whether people want to help you a lot. I find this card very exciting because it's a successful card. So you're going to find success in these last 16 days where your job is concerned, promotions, more money, everything comes your way beautifully. Now, what about business? Let's see what the card says. All right. What does the card says? For business, it's a card of progress. Go into the future. Look at the future in the last 16 days and do what you want to improve your business areas. And you will see that you make wonderful contacts or you make decisions which are very good. One way or another, your business is going to unexpectedly do very, very well with this card. So don't waste time in the last 16 days, get cracking. And if we talk of unexpectedly, you may even find a better job unexpectedly. Now, what about romance? If you find a new one in the last 16 days, let's see what happens. It's a card of control. So all you need not to do is control. And you will find that the new romance you find will be very suitable for you. So you don't want to take charge too quickly. Be flexible, be happy. It's a positive card. So if you meet somebody or showing interest in somebody, go right ahead. Now, what about an ongoing romance that you may already have? Let's see what the card says for you. Ongoing romance. This is a card of travel. So think of traveling in the last 16 days together, and you'll find that your ongoing romance is going to be very, very happy. It's a card of change. So there needs to be some changes made in your plans or in your movements so that the excitement with your ongoing romance can become better. It's also the card of unexpectedness. So there's going to be unexpected good news for you with your ongoing romance partner. Now, what about marriage for your last 16 days? And the card says, well, it's a card of success, communications, money, everything where your marriage is concerned is going very well. It's a card of good news. So good news is coming in one way or another to your marriage and making your marriage very happy. So remember my words. You're going to attract something which is going to make your marriage happy. So why not even create something more? Is it the holidays? Is it anything to do with making your marriage partner happy? So try and do that, and you will make the situation even better. Now I'm going to talk to you about your lucky ages for you coming from Gemini. So there will be some people with this card will show what ages is going to be. And let's see what the card says. This is the card that says death. And from here, I would say that if you happen to be the ages of 17, because it's a card of Saturn, the ages of 17, 26, 35, 44, 53, or 62, or 71, or 80, or even 89. I would say that you are going to be exceptionally lucky. Could it be your job? Could it be your business? Could it be the marriage? Could it be the romance? Could it be going to the casino? You're going to be very, very lucky. Remember that. And if you're not of these ages, well, the only way is to come and see me one day for a 90-minute session. And based on your date of birth and time of birth and looking at your palms, I'll be able to help you know your next 8 or 9 years. Let's now talk about your lucky dates, DATES. And look at the wonderful card of Venus. And from here, I would say that the 6th, the 15th, and the 24th of January holds something very special for you. Any area of your life, you're going to get very good news on the 6th, the 15th, and the 24th. So on these dates, you got to plan to make the move. Is it for the job? Is it for the business? Is it for the romance? Is it for the marriage? Any area. You have to be prepared to go for it. And you will come back beautifully well, done very well. And now about colors. So let's see what the wonderful colors that are going to be from here. Well, from here, I'm going to say the colors turquoise are going to be very helpful for you. The colors turquoise. So wear plenty of turquoise and you will do very well in the month of January. Now about direction energy. So let's see what the card says about direction energy for you. Is the card of Mercury. So I would say northeast, facing northeast is going to be a wonderful way to attract a lot of energy facing northeast. Because when I see a card of Mercury like this, it means that you're going to excel in something or another. So to find your inspiration, face northeast. Next, what about lucky contact? So which is the lucky contact you could make in the month of January? And let's see what this card says. And from this card, the card of Saturn, the card of Saturn. So I'm going to say from this card that somebody from Aquarius could meet up with you, or you could be very interested in somebody from Aquarius, and that meeting would be what I call making a very lucky contact, whether to help you in job, whether to help you in any area of your life, in business, or is it the romance, somebody from Aquarius. So look out for that. Well, this 90-minute session, which I talked to you about for your next 8 or 9 years, based on your date of birth, your time of birth, looking at your palms. Palms are very special things. I will show you how to connect with that supernatural energy that you have, that we all have. People who become very great in the world, who become very lucky, who somehow do the right things, they are able to connect with that supernatural energy already. And that's how they become better than the rest. And I will show you how to do it. It's not very difficult. And I will also show you how to formulate your own personal lottery numbers. It can be done. I will go step by step. I will show you. And apart from the next 8 or 9 years, I will also give you your lucky colors and lucky gemstones and lucky days and lucky directions, on and on. So much energy from the universe. And I will show you how to use these energies to just become that successful person that you want to be, that happy person that you want to be. So send me that email. I've shown you my email address, and ask the questions you want, or make the appointment. It will cost you USD $50. That's all, to know your next 8 or 9 years. How cheap is that? And all that information I'm going to give you. And the palm reading that I'm going to do to show what your palms hold for you as well. There's the horoscope and there's the palms. And if both of them jive beautifully, well, you're made for something very powerful already. And I'll give you all that information as well. Well, it was a pleasure talking to you, and I look forward to hearing from you. Until then, have a good week. Thank you, and a good month. Thank you and goodbye.